Hey guys, I'm back again with another video, and in this video I travel to the Passchendaele War Museum in Flanders on the Western Front in Belgium, and I go through their trenches, and it's very interesting to see what there is there. Stay tuned for subsequent videos where I go to Villers-Bretonneux in France and some other places along the front, including war memorials and places like that. But stay tuned for that and enjoy the video. Look at this dugout. So this would have been like a sleeping quarters or even an office for one of the major officers.
What's that?
In there. So you can get up here and you would have looked through and seen up there's the barbed wire. But those are like ways to look through. Then this would have been a gun position. You'd been holding your gun through here and waiting to aim until somebody popped up and you'd shoot them. Another gun slit up here. This would be much more protected, but these gun slits were, were huge. Enemy fire would have gone to them, so it wouldn't have been a great place to be. May even have been artillery shelled because people would have suspected a sniper to be there, and they were one of the most hated things in the trenches. So around here I've just missed a room, just in here, right. So I actually don't know what this would have been, but it's quite interesting, right. Let's keep going. So again, up here, there's the it would have been barbed wire, it's not barbed. Okay, in here. Now, this, I'm not exactly sure what this would have been. No, it would have been like a shelter in case of artillery and probably a place for the soldiers to hang out. It's quite interesting because it's got the metal over the top to defend against artillery, and if there was a huge amount of artillery, they would have known an attack was coming. So if we look at the floor, it's just literally just planks. Although it may have just been mud during the war. They wouldn't have been this lucky. And sometimes there was metal in place, but often there may have been temporary trenching. Me popping my head up and getting shot. As you can see, I'm sort of standing on the edge. Just got my jeans wet, so that's not too good, and my shoes. But very interesting. Change the flooring here. This would have been a British section. Now I don't know what would have been in here. Maybe some matchboxes or something to keep the troops happy. Now this is another part of the front where you would have popped your head up and you would have been moving along like this and hopping down. And to keep moving along the front, you'd move here. This is another bunker. And possibly even a place to store ammunition and weapons and things like that. But I reckon in an attack they may have hidden in here, just because, although the problem here would have been that if one of these bags had been hit, or if there was a direct hit, they would have been buried alive. So that wouldn't have been too good, but would have been a decent place to hide out. Another area, it says here that this area was, or would have been used for defense, so hideout, or just a general leisure area. So some of these areas have also been used to for the soldiers to entertain themselves, because some of the diaries and things like that say that, one bad thing about the trenches were that it was incredibly boring. There was nothing to do, so they would have gambled. A game that some soldiers played was 2-Up. So they would have played that. Or that, or amongst other, clearly for the officers with a map and some fur coats or fur blankets. And then if we look here, this is an extremely interesting overview of the trenches. So as you can see, there's the wire here, so it would have made it hard to get to. Possibly could have jumped the trenches actually, but as you can see here, clearly visible gun slit there. Probably artillery may have got it, or a trench mortar, or possibly even just rapid fire from infantry on the other side. Through here, some defensive positions up on the sandbags. Possibly you can easily jump this and keep running, which is what some of the stormtroops may have done during the March offensive, the Operation Michael. But it's a very interesting place. This is the Passchendaele War Museum, and I'll do an intro in. Thank you all for watching this video. Over there are the trenches where I just showed you. Unfortunately, I was not able to get good enough footage in the deep underground parts. I did have one part shown before of a sleeping quarter for probably an officer, a higher ranking official compared to the rank and file soldiers. But I'd just like to thank you for watching this video. This is Passchendaele War Museum, and lest we forget.